Welcome to season 3 of the Dr. B Show, sponsored by 111 Spa and Aesthetics, Get More Clicks Media, and Transforming Your Way to Success online course powered by Borja Consulting Group. In this episode, I interviewed Carolina Veira, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Champion. Of course, her work at CareMax, her education background. We go over everything with an awesome interview. And of course, her work with the Hispanic Star, the Miami hub. So with that being said, hope you enjoy the episode.
Hi, Dr. B here. Are you struggling to get rid of stubborn fat but don't want to have plastic surgery? 111 Spa and Aesthetics non-invasive slimming massage can help you get the body you always wanted. 111 Spa and Aesthetics can also help you when it comes to cellulite treatments and body contouring massage. 111 Spa and Aesthetics offers a full range of skincare services, including facials, acne, scar treatments, skin tightening, microdermabrasion, and more. 111 Spa and Aesthetics are trained professionals with extensive skincare experience and utilize only the best equipment possible. For more information, please visit their website at www.111aesthetics.com. That's 1-O-N-E-11 Leven spaaesthetics.com, located at 10 East Moonachie Road in Hackensack, New Jersey, 07601. And to make an appointment, don't miss out, 201-520-1777, 201-520-1777, 111 Spa and Aesthetics.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Dr. B Show. I am honored to have the great Carolina Veira. Carolina, how are you?
I'm great, Jairo. Thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Thank you. Amazing. Let's jump right into it. So tell, I guess, the audience about yourself a little bit.
Yeah. So 100% Hispanic, 100% American. Very proud Latina, doing things here in Miami. I'm part of the CareMax team, so I lead all those initiatives that have social impact behind it. I'm just trying to help underserved communities. And underserved can be people with disabilities, can be seniors, can be Latinos, Black communities, BIPOC communities. So I'm very happy about the work that we're doing here. My background is in finance, just so you know, so I love numbers. I love KPIs and I love results, but I'm a results-oriented, really focused on results person. And I love working in the community, and I work advancing the agenda of diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging for all people, particularly our Hispanic community that it's in such need of representation, right? So that's the work that I'm currently doing. And I belong to different associations and organizations, and that's how I
saw that. We're going to get into that in a minute. So we'll start with CareMax first. So I know you're the director of strategic partnerships when it comes to corporate social responsibility and DE&I. Can you tell us what that entails a little bit and a little bit more? I know you kind of already said that in your first question, but can you?
Yeah. So basically, we continue growing into new markets. We go into different states, bringing this value-based model of care where we really are concerned with a holistic approach to healthcare. We want our patients, our communities to be healthy, and that's financially, mentally, physically, right? So everything that we do has that undertone. But also I go and connect with chambers, with other organizations, just to see where we can develop initiatives where we can all win, right? I do believe there's a sweet spot in everything that we do where you can win, I can win, and we can both win together, learn together, prosper together. So that's what I'm doing with CareMax currently.
Love it. Which is going to tie into my next question. So if you're not busy enough, you're also a board member for Deliver the Dream based out of your area in Florida. Can you elaborate on that as well?
Yeah, so I'm actually a part of a couple boards, but one of them is Deliver the Dream, and they do wonderful work with the families and people who suffer from extreme disease, extreme sickness that can be, patients with cancer, patients with some type of mental disability. So what we do is we used to offer retreats, and now weekend retreats for the patients and their families, but now we do everything virtual. I mean, COVID really changed the way that we serve our community. So now we host events virtually, but I'm part of the board, and my mission is to communicate and share the message about what Deliver the Dream does. And then it ties really well with helping others, with serving others, with helping people who do not have access to equal healthcare, to education resources. So everything that comes to serving and helping, and so that I'm part to be I'm part to be a part of boards like that.
Love it. And then I see the flag right behind you. So we'll talk about the Hispanic Star, right? So the lead ambassador for Miami. I know I'm involved a little bit in my New Jersey, not as much as I should, but tell us a little bit about Hispanic Star. And afterwards, I guess part B of the question is, how does that all tie into you and overall? So I guess that's part one, Hispanic Star. Part two, how does it all tie together? So
Hispanic Star, and hopefully you know more about this. Also, it's more of a network of support. We want to show representation. We want to highlight the stories of success. Your story, Heido, my story, our neighbors, our other professionals who also happen to be Hispanic, because we that's what we're lacking, right? When we unite and we see what we can be reflected on other people who have achieved the success that we want for ourselves, then we get stronger as a community. And that's what Hispanic Star does, basically. However, we also have more active roles where we are in the community providing resources. We have partnered with companies like Beam Suntory, Procter & Gamble, PepsiCo, bringing resources to the communities, to the Hispanic communities, to underserved communities, particularly people who really need, especially after COVID-19. There was a lot of need, not only for a helping hand, but also somebody who can be there and show support and just make sure that they know that we're all in this together. So that has been a wonderful experience. It has really connected me with great people like yourself and, other people like Claudia and Nancy Santiago and many that I don't have time to name right now, but it will take the whole show. But it's really, it has been wonderful to see that we are a bigger community than what we thought we were. We always think that we're so little, and the impact that we bring to our communities is so big, and our power, our purchasing power, the people we have empowered that we still need more of. That's what Hispanic Star is all about, just showing who we are and what we bring to the table, and that we have a voice, and our voices are powerful. And to me, it has been a wonderful experience, but it ties to what I believe in personally, which is that representation, which is that we need to be seen, we need to be heard, to be taken into account, and to be brought to the table. And if they don't let us sit at the table, then we bring our own chairs, our duffel bags, whatever it is, just sit there and be part of the conversation and create allyships, right? It's not only, we're Hispanic, we only associate with Hispanics. No, we're Hispanic and we associate with all type of communities, because they need to know about who we are, just so when they make decisions, they also think about our needs. Hopefully that's the sweet spot right there for all of us to win together.
Love it. No, great answer to those questions. So as a follow-up to that, I'm a big component of volunteerism, right? Obviously you are as well. So to the young person listening, why is volunteerism so important?
It brings you, it creates a sense of community that goes beyond just talking about it, right? I mean, I truly believe that we were born with a purpose, and it's hard to find that purpose. However, it's not impossible. But when we do things because we believe in those things. We believe in the mission behind that, in the purpose. But we also want to do something that it's bigger than ourselves. It's not only about me. It's not only about this limited amount of people. It's about the planet. It's about communities. It's about how other people are feeling and how we can alleviate their suffering, even if it's for a little bit, or help them grow into bigger roles, into bigger dreams. And so that's what's important to me, basically.
No, I agree with you 100%. It's definitely helped me professionally and personally, right? Whether it's helping the cause of the organization and also the network piece to it. And
absolutely. And then I was going to mention that you never know who you're going to connect after with. Right. There's great people out there doing great things too. And maybe there's CEOs and of Fortune 500 companies that you probably don't have access to on a regular basis, but because you're doing something like volunteer, and that's when you can truly connect and they can truly get to know you better. So it's great.
Exactly. So I'm going to pivot the conversation a little bit. So I know you also dabble, have an entrepreneur spirit. I know you're the co-founder of the strategic How do you pronounce that? Strategic
Group. Yeah. The whole idea is that the A and the E, it ties to financial, because to me, all the projects need to have a financial component, and hopefully we always make money, right? Generate revenue. It's the only way that we can continue a life in the business world. But that's the whole idea, that you create this strategic projects, but there's always a financial component that allows you to continue doing better things.
Love it.
But yes. You want me to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. You can promote yourself. Go ahead.
There you go. So it's more on the consulting side than talking to other organizations and other professionals about anything that relates to ERGs and how to make them function better for your organization, but also consulting on DEI, on how we can continue advancing the agenda of prosperity for BIPOC communities more than anything. And there's also a component of project management, and that it's not all done by me, but there's other people in that business. But I'm more, what I do particularly is either finance, business strategies, ERGs, and DEI. That's my sweet spot. ESG, basically ESG.
But I love
environmental,
it.
social, and government.
I love it. Good. Yeah. I didn't finish a 4-hour work week, but it talks about that. If you could automate it or delegate it, if not, eliminate it. Right. So that's what it talks about. So.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. If it's not adding value, right? Why? Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So I want to pivot a little bit into education, right? You did dabble. You got your bachelor's in accounting and MBA in management and finance from the UVille University.
The UVille in New York, in Buffalo, New York. Yes.
Buffalo. Wow. Okay.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. That's right. They're getting better. The Bills are getting better.
Of course. Well, to me, they are the best team, obviously, for obvious reasons. But
sure.
I'm hoping that next year we go.
Next year be better.
It will be.
No, absolutely.
Better.
Do you want to promote your product or services to your target audience but don't know how? Do you struggle with social media marketing and management? Do you have challenges with lead generation for your business online? Well, look no further. Get More Clicks Media helps with SMS, MMS, and email marketing. Also, social media marketing and management, video marketing, lead generation, brand recognition, SEO, e-commerce, and website development. For more information, please visit getmoreclicksmedia.com. That's getmoreclicksmedia.com.
And then you're currently pursuing a master's in international business and policy at the end of the year. So how has education, prepped you in your role or life today?
Yeah, so I think it's the basis of everything. To me, education is fundamental for the growth of anyone, of any human being. And it's not only what you learn from the books, but the exposure that you get to what other people are thinking, to ideas, to connections. It's another way of networking, right? It's connecting to those future leaders, but aligning what you already know with the resources, the tools, history, how other projects have worked, other business cases. So that it truly adds value to you as a professional. I don't think that I mean, the old way of doing business, people do not let you or do not open opportunities to you if they don't see that degree, right? That's the old mentality. Now it's switching a little bit, but they account for your experience. They take care of that, but or they consider that. But education truly has been like a door to a new world to me in a sense, because of all those elements, right? Gaining knowledge, being more sure about what I know and who I am as a person because of that knowledge, connecting with other great minds, not only your classmates, but also your professors. I mean, that's the biggest source of information there, and their ideas, their philosophy, their way of doing things. And right now I'm doing this master's at Georgetown, and obviously it's been great because of what I'm learning, but it's also when you have a 9-to-5 job and other things that you're doing, right? Like yourself, and adding the another master's there, it's very challenging, but it forces you to get out of your comfort zone. So it's many, many things. Education means a lot to me. I encourage everyone to go for it, to whatever their dreams are, to really make them happen. But obviously, I'm also aware that it's a component. You have to get ready. Education gets you ready for that opportunity, but you also need to take action. You also need to look for those opportunities. You also need to knock on doors and not be afraid of doing that. You also need to connect with others. You also need to connect with others who are going to make you be better, right? I mean, I know that if I connect with you, Heido, it's because we have not necessarily lived more, but experience some things that have made you realize, okay, yeah, it's great that I'm here, but I need to continue learning. And that continuation of that learning process, it's so good for you. Then you realize, oh my God, I still need to know this, and I want to learn more about this subject. And I know I thought I knew so much, and in reality, I know so little. I don't think I'll ever stop learning just because I love it so much. I find it so encouraging. But it's been a decisive aspect of my life, right? Without that education, I don't think I would have been even considered, thought of for some of the opportunities that have presented in my life.
I agree 100%. I'm from that school. Education's a foundation for everything. And if it wasn't for my doctorate, it definitely would not open up doors to books or podcasts or speaking engagement or Prospanica or Hispanic Star or Hispanic Chamber here locally. So yeah, I owe education everything, right? Without that sets the tone, right, for everything. And yeah, I agree with you.
And you know what, Heido, it happens a lot with our community that we think, well, or we don't need it. Yeah. It's not important. Or, oh my God, it's so expensive. Because I hear that a lot. Oh, why am I going to incur that expense? Yeah. But the return on investment on that expense is so much bigger. To just mention a few of the things that you've accomplished, right? I mean, books, obviously you do consulting work whenever you're being asked to do it. I mean, but you become that SME that everybody's looking up to and everybody wants in their company. So it's so important. And those who hesitate about getting that student loan to get that master's or that doctorate, I would encourage them to just go for it. I mean, go and do it, because you don't know how many doors will be opening to you because of that knowledge and that expertise that you're going to gain.
Absolutely. Thank you for those words of encouragement. You also have a podcast, right? Or a show. Can you tell us about that? Yeah.
So it's called Hablemos, and it's a live on LinkedIn. I usually do lives, and then I grab that information and that valuable conversation and put it into a podcast. And I find that it's taking me to new markets. I just came back from London, and they were telling me, oh yeah, I listened to your podcast and it's so informative. And there's people in like Singapore listening to it, and you never know, right? I mean, you must know about that too.
Yeah, same thing.
You never know they're listening. But the intention behind that podcast was the same thing. It's just to show representation. And sometimes I hear people say, oh, but where are the Latinos? Here in Miami, it's different, right? Where the majority of us are Hispanics, and 75% are Hispanics in Miami. And then you move a little bit north, and it's you're 40%. But overall, we're only 18% of the population here in the U.S. We're growing, and we're going to be growing exponentially, but we still need to show who we are, not only to those who don't know much about what our culture and who we are, but also to ourselves, to our own Hispanic brothers and sisters, because there's a lack of ownership of our voices. There's a lack of representation, in a sense that we don't believe in ourselves. We don't think that we're capable of great things. We think that we have been raised to be too quiet, but not speak about who we are or what we bring to the table. And I think that's what has put us in that position where we're behind other groups instead of at the same level of other groups. So the intention with my podcast is just, hey, I want to learn more about Jairo, and I want to know what he's doing, and I want to know what did it take for you to get that doctorate, and the impact that you're creating in your community and overall in the world, because we all have a legacy, and we're all leaving behind a legacy, and that legacy should be about empathy, should be about love, should be about kindness, but also about the badasses that we are, because we've accomplished so much, and that's the purpose of it.
Love it. I love it. I love the purpose. Mine's a little different, but almost the same thing though. I try to highlight Hispanic entrepreneurs, or just entrepreneurs in general, locally here in the New York, New Jersey area, that are doing great things, but just for some reason, just not heard of, right? Not enough noise being taught about that. So that's why. And
I appreciate the work that you do, because we need more of that. And it's funny because some people may say, oh no, but somebody else is already doing it. Yeah, but they're not going to be doing it the way that you do it. So if you want to go ahead and share the love, spread the word about what cool Hispanics are doing in your town, go for it and do it.
Exactly. So what's next for you? So you have a show, you have all these endeavors. What's next for you?
I think I'm going to continue working on advancing the same agenda. We need all the representation. We need all our voices together. So I have my sweet spot there. I want to continue representing. I find that encouraging. I find that like my mission is tied to that, to making sure that we know we are all that we know that we deserve all the great things, that particularly Latina women have to be heard, and they deserve to be in all the places where decisions are being made, right? In boards and on organizations and BP roles, executive roles, all that stuff. So I'm going to continue doing that work. I continue working I will hopefully continue working for this organization, but I will always work for companies that align to my values and align to my mission in life. And then I will continue with the podcast, because it has been a wonderful experience. It has allowed me to meet amazing people. I started with Hispanics, but I'm also thinking of expanding into other allies and groups, because we need that allyship, and doing the consulting things, that we need voices, right? We need to be in those conversations, speaking engagements where we can highlight all the work that we do. So yeah, I'll continue doing that and hopefully expand into new and bigger areas. Yeah.
Good. How could people contact you if they want to get in touch with you?
So there's a few ways. I'm very active on LinkedIn, just like Jairo is. So you can find me as Carolina M. Veira. That's the best way to find me, but also on social media as Caro Veira, because, people call me Caro as well. That's short for Carolina. And that's Instagram. More than anything, Instagram, a little bit of Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook person, but yeah, in any of those sources.
Carolina, it's been a pleasure. Awesome conversation, and a lot of nuggets. You dropped a lot of nuggets for the fans.
Hopefully. No, but at the end of the day, Jairo, it's important for us to know more about who we are, what we bring to the table, and that our voices are very powerful, and that representation does matter. We do need to align with who we are, but also we need to show to the world what we're made of. We're awesome people.
Yeah.
What's not to love, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Carolina, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
Anytime. Take care. Has the pandemic changed the way you prospect today? Do you struggle prospecting for new leads for your business? Do you have challenges and don't have a process when networking at an event, either virtually or online? Well, look no further. Borja Consulting Group's Transforming Your Way to Success online course is a solution. In this 8-week intensive course, you will go from networking novice to networking guru. As a bonus, 2 coaching sessions with Dr. Jairo Borja himself are now included in the course. Don't miss this amazing opportunity to transform your pipeline, increase quality leads, close more deals, and transform your way to success. For more information, please visit our website, www.borjaconsultinggroup.com. That's www.borjaconsultinggroup.com. That concludes our episode of the Dr. B Show with Carolina Veira. Hope you enjoyed our amazing conversation. And just like how she's a big networker, you should be too. Why? Because you want to obtain leads. Why? You want to improve your pipeline. Why? You want to transform your business and transform your way to success. Go to my website, borjaconsultinggroup.com, and get the course now. Dr. B out.